This is W2FJH. We'll be starting the STNY digital voice net here in just about 4 minutes. We do have NetLogger up and running. For those folks that wish to check in early through NetLogger, you can find NetLogger at netlogger.org. We also do have Google Meet up and running, so if you wish to join us on Google Meet, you can find the link at STNYDMR.net. We also do have Discord up and running, so if you're a member of the Vera Discord group, you can find us in the voice channel. So we'll see you folks in just about 3 minutes here. This is W2FGH. This is W2FJH to bring up the talk group 31367, Wires X Room 83721, and live stream to Google Meet, YouTube, and Discord. The primary purpose of the STNY Digital Voice Net is to foster an active digital voice community in the southern tier of New York and provide a forum for those that are interested or have questions regarding various digital voice topics. While this net is primarily for the southern tier, all stations are more than welcome to check in. This net meets weekly on Sundays at 7 p.m. For more information about this net, please visit stnydmr.net. This net will prioritize short-time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power stations. We currently do have 7 other stations checked into NetLoggers, besides myself, so the net would like to recognize N2QFD Mal, W2KDC Dennis, K3BYC Carlton, N2NRA Cliff, W2TXB Jerry, N3OJP Mick, and N2RWH Ed. All right, when checking in, please give your call sign, your name, and your location. So let's first take a standby for any stations that are short time, mobile, in and out, or emergency power. Please call now.
And to our WH, Binghamton, checking in and out.
All right, and we had N2RWH Ed checking in and out this evening. Thanks for stopping by there, Ed. I have you checked out there now. All right, let's open up. If any and all stations that would like to check into the STNY Digital Voice Net this evening, please call now. W2TXP.
N2 NCB Paul, Town of Tioga.
W3TEZ Ryan in Buffalo, New York. N3TQD.
County, Gaston County, North Carolina. All right, let's see if I got everybody there. So, W2TXP Jerry, I have you checked in. N2NCB Paul, W3TEZ Ryan, N3DQD Ray, and I caught the tail end, but it did come up on my screen there of KQ4UHS Johnny. All right, any other stations or anybody that I missed? Please call now.
KD3AJN.
All right, we also have KD3AJN Anna. All right, let's kick things off. If there's any announcements for the net this evening, please call now. All right, no announcements. I just want to make a quick announcement again for any additional volunteers to run net control come June timeframe. We're expecting another little one, and thanks for all those who have volunteered. Dennis, Mick, Ed, Ed K, and NE2W, Ed, and Mal as well for helping me out for all these times. But I would be a little bit more comfortable if we just had one more volunteer that would regularly take over. So we're just looking for one more one more person that's a volunteer, and I think that will be pretty much set for there. So if you do, please let me know either during the net or you can find my email on QRZ. So all right, let's move in for questions, and if there's any questions for the net this evening, please call now. All right, no questions. So we will move in for comments there. Mel and to QFD has also given us this net topic for this week. So it's sugaring season. Are you a maple syrup person or do you like table syrup better? And do you have any experience with sugaring off there? So, all right, top of my list is N2QFD Mel. How was your week?
This is N2QFD. Good evening, Frank, and good evening to the net. Nice roster tonight, and I'd say it was a pretty normal week here. This on and off weather is kind of hard on me, and it's been messing with the sinuses. I'm anticipating what we're going to hear from Carlton tonight. I know our coastal folks are looking forward to a real wing dinger storm coming in. We've already had Region 2 shares activated for county reporting to basically test the system. So with the maple stuff, yeah, we had some family that did do maple sugar. Um, I was probably a preteen anyway, and have a lot of fond memories of that. Our school system used to take us out to Mount Pisgah State Park down in Pennsylvania in Bradford County, and we had a whole day learning about it even. So one of those traditional things, I suppose, that is still a fond memory. And up in the North Country in Hadley, New York, we used to have a Maple in April festival every year, which I think they're still doing. So that's the connection to the old maple sugar. I will look forward to hearing if anybody's into sugar on snow or jack wax, as it's sometimes called. Here's N2QFD, back to net.
Hey, thanks, there, Mel. And yeah, I definitely know it's going to be about that time of season. I know going out on any of the country roads, if you actually well, keep your eyes on the road if you're driving, but if you actually look out into a lot of the trees there, you'll end up finding a lot of buckets or something next to some trees, and I know that they're extracting the sap out of there for that. But yeah, about that time that I always see the buckets around a lot of the trees. All right, next on my list is W2KDC Dennis. How was your week?
Hi, Frank. Thanks for taking the net. It's W2KDC Dennis. I had a good week, uneventful. Uh, and with all the other things I've had going on lately, I'm happy to have an uneventful week. Um, Not a lot more than that. As far as the maple question, um, I don't do syrups. I don't do pancakes, so I never really got into the maple syrup or table syrup um, argument. I guess some people put syrup on their French toast, but I like butter on my French toast. So I guess I'm kind of a spoiler if it comes to which way to go with the syrup. Um, just let me take a quick break. Also, I just wanted to say I've got to drop off after when I get done with my piece, which I'm almost done with. I've got another meeting I have to get off to. So I'm going to wish everyone 73. This is W2KDC. I'm going to be off, and everyone have a great night.
Hey, very good there, Dennis, and thanks for finding the time to stop in on this net really quick there. And yeah, you mentioned pancakes or French toast there, and I don't know, maybe we'll have to have another net topic. I was going to say I'm more of a waffle. Waffles are my favorite as opposed to pancakes, but we'll have to have a pancakes or waffle net topic sometime coming up very soon. So, all right, next on my list is K3BYC Carlton. How was your week?
This is K3BYC, Carlton in Darlington, Maryland. Well, good evening, Frank. Thank you for taking the net, and good evening to everyone who's checked in. Well, since you're interested in the weather report down here, which we all are, average reporting, which has been difficult to ascertain because there have been so many different models, they wait till the last minute to nail it down. Central part of Maryland, the expectations are 3 inches to 6 inches. My area looks more like three, but I doubt I'll get off that easy. If you're on the Eastern Shore and Delaware, they're talking like over a foot, and on the state of Delaware declared an emergency. Um, So I mean, we just got most of our snow melted off, other than the extremely high piles from plowing. And yesterday we had like over 50 degrees, just beautiful sunshine. I had a chance to pull out the snowblower, and I found a large stick wedged in the auger there, pulled it out, and it seems fine. So that's up and running if I need it. I also bought an electric snow shovel at the Tractor Supply, and I'm hoping that maybe that's all I'll need. But right now it's been snowing, 2 3 hours, and it hasn't even laid down a quarter of an inch yet. So it's pretty slow rate. It's supposed to stop about 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. So like I say, I'm hoping to get off light here, but Eastern Shore, Delaware, they're catching it, and I'm sure upper parts of New York, Boston, they'll be catching it up there. As far as the about the syrup, I've never been into that. In fact, my pancakes, it's either butter or strawberry jam. So I'm not really into the syrup there. I never was there. That's all I have for now. Everybody stay safe, stay warm. Have a good week coming up. This is K3PYC. Back to net control.
Hey, thanks there, Carlton. And yeah, sounds like you're mostly out of the blunt of it there, but still stay safe and stay warm down there. And yeah, I was going to mention, don't feel too bad about a stick being in the auger there. I know earlier this year, my barbecue cover fell off. With some high winds, it fell off, and I thought, hey, I gotta go pick that up. And sure enough, I completely forgot about it. It got buried in the snow, and like clockwork, I hit it with the snowblower. So I had a whole like bark cover that was frozen like a sheet of ice, stuck in my auger, and man, that was a pain to get out of there. So I definitely lesson learned to always make sure the snow blowing area is clear of anything you don't want stuck in that snow blower. So definitely a stick is I had a whole sheet of ice from a frozen thing, so it's like hopefully wasn't too bad for getting out of there. So very good there. And again, stay safe, stay warm out there. All right, moving on down the list to N2. Sorry, I am tongue tied this evening. N2NRA. Cliff, how was your week?
This is N208, Cliff in Waverly, New York, along the southern tier. Current temperature 32 degrees. Surprised to wake up to an inch of snow. Got the driveway shoveled this morning, and I guess there's going to be more snow tomorrow, and it's going to be a little bit cooler. Did Friday MMS TV with Mel and friends, and enjoyed seeing the U.S. hockey team win gold at the Olympics as they had the closing of the Olympics today. With that, back to W2FJH, net control.
Hey, thanks, there, Cliff. And yeah, I didn't watch it myself, but I just heard we had to go do our taxes today, and it was actually my tax preparer told me that the U.S. Took the gold off of Canada. So I was like, oh well, good to hear. I haven't been following the Olympics, but I know the U.S. and Canada always kind of have a rivalry with hockey there. So very good there. All right, moving on down to W2TXB. Jerry, how's your week?
W2TXP, not bad. Got my vehicle back from the dealer. Had an elusive, a problem that was persistent but elusive because the symptoms would change from moment to moment. It was drove them crazy for a bit, but they stuck with it and they figured it out. Got everything squared away. I think it's okay. It seems to be good. And let's see, maple syrup, I like it. I've never made it or done any of the sugaring or anything, but I enjoy maple syrup if it's the real stuff. The store-bought stuff is what, mostly corn syrup with some maple flavoring or a bunch of other stuff added, but the real stuff's good. Of course, let's see, got to do a trip sometime in the next month or so to Cartwright's out in Angelica, New York. Cartwright's Maple Tree Inn. We've been making that an annual trip. It's worth it. It's worth like a 2 hour and some drive each way. It's just, you got to do it. It's just one of those things way out in the sticks, and it's fantastic. And they've been there for a long time, and they do a great job. Food's excellent. So that's cool. And I guess Maple Festival and Marathon is middle of April this year. It seemed kind of late. I don't know what's up with that. Anyway, nothing else to report. I posted a comment on the AIM thing about access to the Discord channel or group here. So maybe somebody can jump on there and explain what's needed. Anyway, or here, who knows? W2TXP, back to you.
Hey, thanks there, Jerry. And yeah, I actually had to look that up to see if that was the same one that we had went to. We had went to one out in PA that was we got some of their maple syrup before, and it was pretty good. I haven't heard of Cartwright's though before, so but yeah, very good there. And yeah, the Discord server, you should be able to go to stnydmr.net. It will say welcome to the STNY Digital Voice Net, and there's a group of buttons underneath there for Google Meet, YouTube, but there is a button for Discord, and that should take you there that you can join the STNY Discord server. We also do stream out to the Bera Discord server. However, I think the Bera Discord, I want to say it's for members only, but I'm not sure if that's true. I think they are just welcoming to anybody who's interested in ham. I was gonna say I don't have NHW on the net this evening. He would be my tie-in as to give a definitive answer there or not, but I want to say that's true. But at least for the STNY, the Southern Tier New York hams, the Discord server is up there, and it's welcome to anybody, not even just those in the Southern Tier, but anybody who is interested in ham radio, licensed or not, to join. So. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice. Now, let me take a quick standby here to see if there's any additional stations that would like to join this evening. Please call now. All right, nothing heard there, so we will move on down to N30JP. Nick, how was your week?
Good evening, Frank. Everybody on the net. I was busy. We got home from Mayville on Monday, and Tuesday a few things to do, and then our grandson. We take him to violin lessons, and yeah, it was a pretty busy week. He had been fighting some of these bugs that have been going around, and then my wife and I we've been watching a lot of the Olympics during the day, at least having it on, and then Thursday. Thursday, I've been trying to help a friend of mine chase down a open neutral on his power line going from the house to the garage, and I need a more sophisticated tester to trace the neutral back and see where it's broken. So my guess it's on one of the bends. And then Thursday night we had a club meeting. Saw Ray and Anna at the club meeting, good as always. And then Friday night more hockey, or Friday afternoon I should say. And then Saturday, the club had a build. We built a two-tone decoder. One of the fellows is an electrical engineer, so he designed it. And for about $25, we built this decoder. So that'll be an alert system, through the one club. And then there was a ham fest today, but you know what? I wanted to see that hockey game, Frank. So I stayed home. And what a great game. I really enjoyed it. Maple syrup, don't use a lot of it, but I do like the stuff that's made locally here. Every year we used to have a festival, pancake festival at the down at Brady's Run Park. It's about 6 miles long, and a lot of the trees are tapped. I mean, there's a sugar shack. It's a whole process. Well, I think management suffered, so they didn't have it this year. They actually canceled it. I mean, they used to get 10,000 people there. They'd come in for the pancakes and the sausage and everything else. We participated as a ham club last year. Didn't do a whole lot, but it's still fun to go. They actually have a lot of people come in as vendors, selling their wares, arts and crafts. And then there's always a group of the Civil War guys shooting off their guns and interesting to talk to, but didn't have it this year. There's going to be a similar event in the county. It's not going to be the full blown uh, Brady's Run festival that they used to have, but at least they're going to have something. Because they always get a lot of syrup. And I ran out. I wanted to get some. Anyway, when we were up at Chautauqua for the Mayville Festival, over at the Sweets, the Chautauqua Sweets, they had a arts and craft festival, and there was a lady that we know who sells. She has a fruit stand in the summer. Well, sure enough, she was selling maple syrup, so I got a jug. So now I got fresh syrup when I need it. So yeah, good week, Frank. I'll turn it back. Oh, and I'll be glad to help out this summer upon the arrival of your new harmonic. So we help out with net control duty. Back to you, Frank. W2FJH and 30JP. Good evening, everyone.
Hey, very good there, Mick. And yeah, you always have busy weeks. So when I heard you say it was a busy week, I was like, all right, Penn, get ready. It's gonna be a lot to write down here. So, but yeah, very good there. Glad you got to see the grandson and you taking him to the violin lessons and yeah, it seems like your day's been packed. So I don't blame you for being like, yeah. I'm gonna watch a hockey game instead of going to the ham fest. I don't blame you. So, very good there. And thanks, I do appreciate it. Actually, Mel, N2QFD was also mentioning that I might want to try to start a little spreadsheet of just the days in June, July, August time frame, and basically have like kind of like a sign up for anybody that wanted to volunteer. At least this way we'll have coverage. I say June or due date is at the end of June, but I know how things go. Baby doesn't run on a calendar. They're baby's coming out when baby wants to come out. So, but yeah, I figured I'd try to put something like that together and let you and Mal know, and then anybody else who is open for volunteering. I figured 3 people would be good. That seems like enough coverage that I might be able to still cover like a week or two somewhere in the mix there. But um, I figure for the first couple of weeks I'd be very very busy. So all right, moving on down the list, we have N2RWH, but he has checked in and out. If you're still listening, thanks again for stopping by. So we'll move on down to N2NCB. Paul, how was your week?
Hello again, Frank and all, and to NCB here. Well, first of all, Jerry, good to hear you. Um, Somehow your call sign crossed my mind last week that hadn't heard from you in a long time. So glad to hear you're still around. And overall, the week was a week. You know, not much happening. Although today was rather interesting. Uh, we've set up a family text thing, and 2 of our offspring. Well, let's do it this way. 3 of our offspring live on the East Coast, in northern Virginia and New Jersey. Okay, Uh, Two of those three had no idea what was going on until Mama was concerned of what they may be going through, and so that opened up two of their eyes to see what's going on. The one in New Jersey, she's not pleased at all. They're talking about mounds of snow there, but the other two down in Virginia, who knows? I think overall, since there's so many different things going on here with the forecast, that hopefully it doesn't mount all. But anything else? Oh, maple syrup. Yes. No. Unfortunately, that's not part of the diet anymore. Uh, I liked it when it was, but no can do now. So with that, we'll turn it back to you, Frank. 7-3 all into NCB.
Hey, very good there, Paul. Oh, excuse me one second. Sorry about that. I heard a cough coming on, a lump in my throat. So, but very good there, Paul. And yeah, good to inform the kids there of the impending weather. I was going to say I myself, I don't think even Cuyahoga County got any warning. It was only when um we were over in Endicott that I actually saw on the Weather Channel that they got the alert there. But yeah, hoping they stay safe and stay warm out there. And yeah, the family. I thought you were going to mention the family text group because sometimes a couple people start going at it, and your phone's just blowing up with ding 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 ding, and it's all these text messages coming through now. But yeah, it's very good there. So all right, we'll move on down the list to W3DZ. Ryan, how was your week?
W3TEZ. Well, I I'm anticipating this bitterly cold winter we've had around here in Western New York to just be done. I know the cabin fever's starting to kick in a little bit, and I got some projects outside I want to do, and I want to do some portable HF operations and stuff. And you can't do nothing in this weather. The cabin fever's kicking in. And as far as the maple syrup goes, I really don't buy much syrup. But I have made in years past a simple syrup by boiling sugar with water and kind of draining it off into an used liquor bottle because there is some cocktail recipes that require a simple syrup. So I've done that. Back to you.
Hey, very good there, Ryan, and I'm with you too. I've been done with the colds for a while here now, and I was I don't want to force anything. I was telling the wife that I'm like, hey, we're coming into March here soon. Hopefully, we're out of most of the woods here, and at least at least we don't get 2 degrees or sub-zero temperatures anymore. But I'm with you there. I just got the cabin fever that I like things to warm up a little bit here. So. And yeah, really good there. And yeah, I've a lot of the cocktails for me, I know they call for like simple syrup, and honestly, instead of boiling down some sugar and everything and doing all that, I've always used some of the sour mixers that are basically only thing that's different is they have some lemon juice in there, but I know with certain cocktails that lemon flavoring or something might throw it off, so I definitely get it. So. All right. Yep. This is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. Let me take another quick standby here to see if there's any additional stations that would like to join this evening. Please call now.
Whiskey 2, Mike X-Ray, and Painted Post.
20 Howard in Endicott.
All right, and we have Whiskey 2, Mike X-Ray, William, and we have AA2CO, Howard. All right, so we will move on down the list to N3DQD. Ray, how was your week?
W2FJH in the net from M3DQD. Yeah, good week. Mick reported on our club meeting, and that's always a nice thing to go and see everyone there and visit, along with all the things that we're involved with the club. With regard to, as we say around here, SERP, as a regional pronunciation, I prefer the log cabin SERP. I do not like the real thing. And I've had it a few times. I lived in an area in the past where they tapped a lot of trees, and that was a big item out there. But I just don't care for that type of syrup. And the only other thing that's been going on is I've been experimenting a little bit with with NXDN, and today had a real nice QSO with ham up in Toronto. And we must have visited for about 45 minutes or so. It was very nice. There's not a lot of people on NXDN, but you do get some nice contacts when you establish contact with someone. Back to you. This is N3DQD.
Hey, very good there, Ray. And I haven't gotten into NXDN too much myself. So you'll definitely have to let us know and let me know and let the rest of the net here know if there's any good other nets or other good QSOs or areas to try out with NXDN. So very good there. All right, and I was going to also mention, yeah, everybody has their own preference, So I know I've had that quite a few times growing up. So that's probably would be the syrup if I was going to grab a store bought one or something. That probably would be the one I'd pick up. So very good there. All right, we'll move on down the list to KQ4 UHS. Johnny, how was your week? Nothing heard on my end, but we'll give it another go there. KQ4 UHS. Johnny, how was your week?
Oh, it's pretty good. KQ4 UHS. Sorry you had to call me twice. I was busy. Yeah, had a good week. Had a great weekend. Went to ham testing session yesterday at a local Masonic lodge, and we got 2 new hams out of the testing session, so that's a great deal. And that's been about it. Just been playing around with digital modes and radios stuff and working, and just enjoying life. And I hope everyone up there in the north is gonna be okay through this storm that I keep hearing about supposed to happen up there. So any of you guys up there just batten down and stay safe, and we'll catch you next time on the next net. And with that, I'll hand it back to net control. KQ4 UHS. Thanks for having me, and 7-3 to the net.
Hey, thanks there, Johnny. And thanks for stopping by. No problem at all. You might be new to the net, or at least the call sign's not ringing a bell there. But yeah, for more information about this net, we do have a lot of information up at STNYDMR.net, and we meet here every Sunday at 7 o'clock. And more than welcome to always stop by. I think I'm looking at the screen here. I think you are our DX station this evening. So But yeah, thanks for stopping by there. Good to hear from you. And I thought maybe if you were new, I was like, I don't know if he was prepared for about a half an hour wait in the queue there, but you definitely were on our list. So, all right, moving on down, we will hear from KD3AJN. Anna, how was your week?
Hello, Frank, and everyone else on the net tonight. Week was good, busy. Enjoyed going to the radio club meeting and seeing Mick and everybody else there and hearing all the things that are going to be happening. Also, this week was my birthday, and last night my family put together a surprise party for me, which was very nice. And not too much else. As far as syrup, whatever, um, I have tasted the maple, but not real crazy about it. I've had it a couple times, but mostly I just buy the store brand. Everyone have a good week. KD3AJN.
Hey, very good there, Anna. And first and foremost, happy birthday. So, glad you enjoyed yourself at the club meeting. And I was just thinking, we do um, promote and kind of give out like the Barra Club meetings here, but between you, Ray, and Mick, maybe you guys could give us a link on this net for if anybody else wanted to, if you guys were open, if you had it on Zoom or something like that. If anybody else wanted to stop by your guys' club meeting and just say hi or see what's going on. So definitely let me know if you guys ever wanted to share a link or anything like that. So, all right, moving on down to W2MX. Bill, how was your week?
Good evening, everybody on the net. Bill here in Painted Post. First, Frank, congratulations on your announcement on that. I'd like to pass that along. Had a good ham radio week, spending a lot of time in the new portion of 60 meters, the low power portion of the expanded band, primarily working JS8. There's a little frequency that people that are in the JS8 have gravitated towards, and that's been really interesting the past week operating down there. And to answer the maple syrup question, absolutely love maple syrup. I'm partial to Vermont maple syrup, and in particular one sugar house in Pulteney, Vermont, called Green's Sugar House. I actually visited it this past summer and got a tour. And of course, this time of year, or the time of year I was there, they were not busy, so they were able to give me a full tour of the facility. And they should just be getting into it pretty soon now. Their full production part of the season. So yeah, definitely a lot of great sugar houses, and of course Canada and New York. But really like the Vermont stuff. It's just got a great taste, and they put a lot of care into what they produce there. Everybody have a great week, and we'll say 73s, W2MX.
Hey, thanks, there, Bill. And yeah, thanks again for me and the wife are very excited. We do have one more go around for the little ones there, and yeah, I'm not looking forward to all the sleepless nights, but it's always like people have told me before, like you think it'll never end when you're in it, but you look back and you enjoy all that time, all those sleepless nights that you were up, and yeah, with Lillian, I do, but I know what sleep deprivation is like, and it's always when I look back on it, I will enjoy it. When looking forward, it's always something to try to try to get some rest and everything. But oh, and very very cool there that they actually gave you a full tour and everything around the place. It's very nice that if you really like their product and everything, it's good that they actually spend the time and actually shows you around everything that they do. So very cool there. All right, next on the list is AA2CO. Howard, how was your week?
we got a lot of things done. Got some of the big piles of snow pushed back, so we're we're kind of ready for the next one, I guess. And Frank, I guess you got to be an old timer if you're talking about buckets hanging on the trees, because these days all you'll see is plastic tubing running from tree to tree and then down to a big tub on the side of the road that they come out and pump out. They don't go through the whole forest anymore, dumping buckets, at least not on the big production things. You know, one of my childhood memories was Sipples up in Bainbridge. We used to go up there, and they had a open sugar shack that you could go in and see the whole process going on. And we went up to the Marathon Central New York Festival for years. So, and the one thing I remember from a good friend's dad up there in Marathon, he said, "Well, it's not the Maple Fest if it's not raining." So, oh well. I'm hoping we don't get too much snow. They're saying we're only supposed to get, I think, 1 to 3 or something like that. So that shouldn't be too terrible awful. But I've got a fourth Monday thing that's going on. We got snowed out last month, and I'm hoping we don't get snowed out again. So we'll see what happens. But 7-3 to everybody on the net, and have a great week. AA2CO back to net control.
Hey, very good there, Howard. And yeah, up this way, yeah, I think like you said, about like 1 to 3 inches, which is unless they're calling for freezing rain, which at least when I was in Endicott, looking at it, I didn't think that they were calling for any freezing rain. They said it might be a mix, but a little rain, a little slushy, little, we're all used to that. Like, so hopefully it's not too doesn't make any very bad road conditions or anything this way. So, but I guess tomorrow we'll see. So, all right, very good there. All right, this is W2FJH with the STNY Digital Voice Net. I have reached the end of my list. So let's see if there's any additional stations out there that would like to check in this evening. Please call now. All right, no additional stations, but we'll open it up for any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with additional comments, questions, or concerns. Please call now.
Hey, sorry about the late check-in, Frank. I made the mistake of working on the code plug today and had to scramble to get it back on. When I came up, I couldn't get into the net ages ago.
Oh, no worries about that at all, Howard. But you weren't a late check-in. I consider it a late check-in when I made a final call and I'm literally about to click the button to end the net, and then somebody new checks in. So you're fine there. So all right, I guess we'll make this final call here. Any stations that have checked, or sorry, any additional stations or any stations that have checked in with any questions, comments, or concerns? Please call now. All right, hear nothing then. We might as well wrap things up here. I'd like to thank Mal, Dennis, Carlton, Cliff, Jerry, Mick, Ed, Paul, Ryan, Ray, Johnny, Anna, Bill, and Howard for joining me this evening. We'll be returning this talk group back to normal amateur radio use. Everybody have a great and safe week there. This is W2FJH, and I'll be listening.